life is kind of hard and lonely sometimes. I understand that. But I just want to give you guys some hope and some encouragement that new friendships can be made even in your 40s, even for weird hobbies like this. Fact is, you're not alone in your interests and your hobbies. There's a lot of us out there. This is a special video, and I hope you guys enjoy watching this. Morning guys, it's David from Red Wagon Dioramas. I just pulled into my friend's house here locally, and we're gonna have a collector's meetup. A play date is what we call it. It's been a while. We didn't meet up too much last year, so I'm very excited for this. I just thought I'd give you guys a little window into, how to kind of meet up with people in real life and what you can do. Maybe you're kind of lonely in your hobby and you want to find some friends. It is possible. It happened with us. This all started for me, I think, in the fall of 2020, maybe the spring of 2021, during the pandemic. And I actually met one of the guys at my local collectibles toy store. That's where I met Kenny, and he and I were just sitting at the counter talking, and I started talking about dioramas, just talking about figures and stuff, and then he asked me if I knew so-and-so. No, I don't know those guys. Oh, you should follow him on Instagram, look him up. And that was Chris, the Collector 77. Chris has a pretty big following on social media now. He's just one of those guys who likes to post a lot, and he's very friendly and outgoing. He goes to a lot of the conventions. He's been collecting for a long time, so he's pretty ingrained in the community. And I just kind of got drawn into his orbit with through Kenny and through some of the other guys. But I took a risk. I sent Chris a DM, I think in like August of 2020, and I just said, hey, I'm in Massachusetts. I'd love to get together sometime. Dead silence, no response. But I think shortly after that, he started following me, and then we comment on some of my Star Wars posts, and I comment on his. And so you gain some slow familiarity. And I think it took about 6 months or so, maybe a little longer. And then I got a message from Chris one day say, hey, I'm having a meetup at my house. A couple guys are coming over. Do you want to come? And that was in May of 2021. So I went. I said, yeah, I'll go. I took a risk. I didn't even know Chris's last name. I didn't know anything about him, his family life, his personal life, or anything. I didn't even know the other guys who were coming. I just walked up to his front door and knocked on the door and said, hey, I'm Red Wagon Dios, David. Are you the Collector 77? He's like, yeah, I'm Chris. Like, all right, cool. And, it's kind of a scary thing to do, but it was funny when I knocked on his door and he opened his door, I realized we were dressed exactly the same. We both had like cargo shorts on and some pop culture t-shirt or something. And I was like, okay, this is my tribe. These are my people. And, 3, 4, 5 other guys showed up that day, and we're all dressed the same. It was funny. And we just talked toys. We went down in the basement and talked toys, showed off recent pickups, different action figures that we collected recently, and had a great time. Hung out for like 2 or 3 hours. Kudos to Chris for being, one of those kind of outgoing, friendly, welcoming, hospitable guys. He likes to have people over in his basement to hang out and talk toys. And that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm about to go in there, and we'll see who's here today. I see 3, 4 other cars. It is kind of crazy weather today. It's snowing right now, so the roads are a little slick. I've got a bin full of figures here next to me. Got some behind me. I'm going to bring them down, show the guys what I've been collecting, because we all collect different things. Star Wars is loved by everybody, I think, in the group, but I'm probably the biggest Star Wars collector. The other guys have more broad interests. They'd collect a lot of other lines, as well as Marvel and DC, and but like Mythic Legions and Cosmic Legions and some of the independent toy companies. So there'll be a lot of cool figures today, and there always are at these meetups because everybody's into something different. So anyway, I'm going to take you guys inside. I'll show you what it's like, and I encourage you guys to take a risk and message somebody who's local in your area, whether you meet them at a show, at a toy store, or Facebook or Instagram, whatever. Just give it a shot. Take a risk, and these are real friendships that have developed over the last 4 years, which is pretty awesome. So I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I might take a few pictures and video in there. I'll add them to the video here, but that's pretty much what I want to say. I just want to encourage you guys, take a risk, put yourself out there, be friendly, make some friendships. It really makes a difference in a hobby like this, which can be kind of lonely sometimes. All right, guys, I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, Bob.
What's up, buddy?
Everyone, post it, dude.
All right. All right, Chris is about to give us a tour of the new basement.
Just be mindful of your elbows, your heads. I got stuff hanging.
Congrats on 10K.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Where are you at?
I'm at 5.
You at 5?
5, yep.
Nice. Oh yeah, that's what you just said.
I just hit 5 too with you, yeah.
That's awesome.
I'd love to talk YouTube with you sometime.
It's funny, like, I don't know if it was for you the same thing, but like,
At least a 10-hour day every day.
getting to 1,000 felt like a fun ride.
Yeah,
Getting to 10K.
It's a milestone, yeah. It is.
A slog.
Oh boy, all right.
mind-blowing every time.
Dude, Chris, this is awesome.
It's good, right?
Look at the ghost. There's the
I
ghost.
gotta show you the ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, check this out. Watch this.
You got, oh, nice, Lazy Susan.
360 view.
That thing is huge.
It's big.
Wow.
See, I got what's his face sitting in there, and Hera, and
Oh, that's awesome.
Kanan.
Nice job displaying. Yeah, you reworked this whole central section, didn't you?
Yeah. I redid this. I rebuilt this like a year ago, and then it was just a catch-up.
I know you had
just
it.
was putting junk on it.
Yeah.
Because the other old bookcases were falling apart, so I got some new IKEA ones. But I got Ahsoka's ship up here.
Yeah, you got all the micro galaxy going.
What's her name? Chasing him?
Shinhati.
Shinhati? Yes. Hottie.
You been down here before, Dan? I don't remember.
No,
It's your first time.
First
And
time
I got
seeing
the
the whole boat
Andor
here.
figures. There's Andor there.
Yep.
They're a solid toy. I didn't realize that they were.
This thing is huge. This is my first time seeing the ghosts in person. Yeah.
It's huge.
It is big. Wow.
So the hoofs have like a cockpit.
Yeah, look at that.
I don't know. I like these.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I got that. I got a couple of things from him. He's awesome, man.
I mean, and this is just me.
The Fantastic Cars. It's such a great. I'm surprised they haven't made that, for Hasbro.
Well, since I bought that, I'm sure they'll announce
Yeah,
it
they
tomorrow.
will, right? Yeah. It's a great display. You got all the guys. It's supposed to take a while to. You're hanging all
I
the.
got Dr. Doom, the unlikely ally. They're delaying Galactus while their unlikely ally, Dr. Doom, can shoot at Galactus.
Wow. Yeah, that's awesome.
See, I gotta have D. Blake make the verses, like a verse.
Oh yeah, there you go, D. Blake, calling you out right there.
This versus Fantastic Four. The Robo Skull.
You got the Robo Skull, yeah.
So these are the Fresh Monkey Fiction figures that scale well with it. This is the figure that comes with it. So
3D printed.
these are all vintage.
Just kind of takes your breath away when you come down here, huh? It's a lot of fun being down here, guys. Pretty cool. Where's Timothy Chalamet?
Right there.
There he is. Chalamet spotted.
Yeah, I've been putting a lot of them out. I cleaned all my shelves. I was down here last night till midnight.
Well, it looks great.
And it's cheap. It's like 100.
It's my first time seeing the Dragonfly too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's impressive, huh?
Like $160 a
It's an awesome piece. Let's go check out the Joes.
Oh yeah, I redid my whole G.I. Joe section. I redid the G.I. Joe section over here.
I saw you put the garbage Super 7 on the shelf.
Oh, you do have a couple of these.
Super 7 figures.
I've been collecting those too. The big ones or the little ones?
I got them both, but the big ones are good. I
Cobra
like
Commander's classic pink cape.
this. Is awesome.
He's well
Like
known
the
for wearing a
cartoon,
pink cape.
dude. Come on.
I like the reaction figure ones actually. I have a bunch of the Joe reactions.
I like that the Super 7 decided to make the original G.I. Joes have less articulation.
And they're coming out with the O-ring. Well, they're coming out with the new O-ring ones, right?
That's called less articulation than the toys.
Yeah, that's the new Kids Concepts Battle Pod.
So good. It's so good. It's so good. The interior of that cockpit is like it's crazy. I've never seen anybody use UV like that before.
It does have horns in the bag, so you can see the way these horns go in. It's just these little pegs on the top, and that's how the hat pops on. The other thing I brought, because I felt like I had to bring a Legions related thing, I brought this for everyone to see. Ooh. So this is actually a factory prototype. When we were deciding what we wanted to do with Marley, there was a question of, hey, do we want to go fully transparent? And I, for one, was like, absolutely not. You completely lose the detail of the sculpture when you kind of like this weird anglerfish looking big guy.
Yeah.
I think that they're the same company that did that big anglerfish.
Well, they do the big tiger too. Isn't that Fury?
No, that's
Fury.
They also
the same one.
This thing is like so detailed.
And this is cool. So he comes with this. This is like an item that he drops in the game, and it's actually like the skull of this orc warlock that he like speaks to in the game. But if you touch his head with the skull, his eyes light up.
Where did you get this?
That's crazy.
5K toys.
5K toys.
Yes.
On my list of top 10 figures this year, I personally prefer this is like the standard, the black, and then this was like the exclusive. But like the articulation is amazing on these. They're $30. Like again, another just awesome value.
Yeah, Robo did
Yeah.
did a review of it, and he put them right next to each other.
Oh, they are the
paint
same
for
size.
paint, size for size. It's a little
It's a little
bit smaller.
undersized. That's why
okay, Mayfix wants us to run off 5,000. We're going to run off 6,
If
and
you
I'm
look
going to
at-
send 1,000 of them to so and so who's going to sell them on his website.
Chris, if you look at the joints, you can see the metal in the joint
I can
popping
see
out,
that.
and that's because it's undersized.
It's pretty cool.
But no, he's saying no.
This is
I don't remember the dragon.
That's $19
If the whole thing explodes or
shipped,
melts
right?
or whatever.
Was it 13 for
13
ship?
It's 13 shipped.
How do they
How
do
can
that?
So that's what I feel guilty about, because I know there's a lot of stuff
Here's
that's
$13.
not,
Take this
not
to
on the
China.
Up, not on the up and up.
It's like, what? How?
Was definitely replaced my Marvel Legend. I think it's probably one of their best ones that they've done. And then Eradicator. Still don't love the capes, but they did a solid job, and it's a new body. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not. They did not reuse the body on this one, so the upper torso is a little bit bigger. But if you're considering either of the Mayfexes, I would say Daredevil is like the one I would pull the trigger on, unless you're waiting for the cell shaded one.
What's the price point on those like MSRP?
Like 100.
This is gonna run you 110. This is gonna run 70 to 90.
Okay.
This one, they're still getting it out there.
Yeah, I got mine on Amazon for 70. I'm just waiting for them to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the CT Toys one is 13.
It'll be in 2 weeks.
Detail on the sculpt and like the paint work on the axe is just amazing. Came with his other weapons, but I'll just pass around this.
Awesome.
This past year.
Had a few alternate heads.
Taking
And
everything in.
Yeah, that looks good.
some other
Getting
cards
better
I
at
never
posing.
know.
And then I was just like last
Tape
year.
is nice.
This past year, I was like,
You
I
do a
know
great
exactly
job.
what I want to buy. I had my plan. I'm buying this, and this.
I wish
And
I
then
could
just
photograph.
spent the rest of the time just walking around.
that'd be
and looking at
awesome.
all this shit. It was so much fun.
Right? It feels like a nice solid. That's tough to do, like learning light angles
Swap.
and stuff like that. And if you don't have a good camera,
This is John J. Rambo from First Blood.
Is that the one you got? Toy Vault?
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
it's
the one I
Toy
picked
Vault,
up
yeah.
that day. That's why I brought
Yeah.
it. I don't know, it's pretty good.
Is that Haya Toys?
Yeah. The soft goods are not bad. They're not the best. The sculpt is good. It came with like absolutely everything he touches. in
does
the
it have his
movie.
homemade poncho that he?
It did.
Yeah.
You know, you could take his knife and it came with a stick that, you know, he straps
Oh.
it to.
Anything that's
To
kill a bullet.
Yeah, it came with like,
That's awesome.
I don't know, 6 or 7 guns, whatever he touches in the movie. Right now, it's looking that it's going to be the price of like what a full big wave comes out at. You know,
I think 500 is a sweet spot. I think if you get closer to 1,000, you're going to lose
it's
a lot of
nowhere
people.
near that.
Okay, so it's nowhere near. Okay,
I was gonna say,
because my first impression.
it's got
I
to
know.
be
Not helping anybody.
$200.
No, I'm like
Chris is like, you should price it $800. I think that's the sweet spot for you.
$999.99. I mean, no.
My prediction is going to be 500 for the dragon.
Yep.
150 for the accessory set, the
extra
add-on
wings.
set, the wings and the head and the neck.
I'm thinking
And the
100.
same-
I was like looking. I'm like, wait, I need one more Timothy Chalamet. All right, I'm taking off this one. And then I only have the Timothy Chalamet where he's dripping blood, and he's. I was gonna throw out. Go ahead. Sorry.
Next question so CHRISCON, is it ever coming back?
Oh, great question.
That is a good question.
I get that so often. People ask me so much.
I literally had that on my to-do list this week. So
Your to-do
what
list
I'm
is
looking at
officially
right now.
canceled.
So we did it for 2 years. It was the space was 6,000 square feet. The first year was like literally a minute down the road is where we had it the first year, and we all know what happened. I had to move it. That was extraordinarily stressful. That was another 6,000 square feet. The goal would be to make it bigger. The other thing is the timing. So we did it last 2 times in the summer. You can't do it again because it takes up my whole summer. Like
Right.
every week or weekend, like up to that date was just consumed with it. So I'm like, okay, how about we do winter? I'm like, a lot of people want to spend money after Christmas. We'll do February. And then people are like, well, what if there's a snowstorm? Even like today, the little bit like this, we were
Yeah, I
all
could force people.
if I invest all this money and I spend and I get a blizzard, so I'm like, okay, so now I got to get to the springtime. Do I do May? You know, and so I'm trying to figure out the time of year and the space. Well, that too. I gotta be able to sub some stuff out and be like, hey, you're in charge of the photo contest, and you know, and here's the budget for that or whatever.
All right, play date is over.
Should have brought my extras.
The leftovers. We're gonna get some food.
Oh, you still have it? You haven't sold it yet?
All right, guys. So that's a wrap on my play date today with my buddies. It was a great time. I mean, literally, I could not believe how fast the time flew. We were down in that basement for probably like 4 hours chatting. Yes, that was Jeremy Girard of Mythic Customs from Four Horsemen talking about the massive dragon project that they're putting out next year or in the next 2 years, whatever. And yes, that was Bill from Dorkler making his prediction on price. And all I could say is Jeremy said that Bill was pretty close on his guess. So no official pricing announced on that yet, but there's a giant dragon coming to the collectible community pretty soon. That's pretty cool. And yeah, you saw also Dan Larson joined us today from Secret Galaxy, formerly Toy Galaxy. He made the drive down, so that was pretty cool. That was the first time he's joined us. Dan, of course, was part of our CHRISCON conventions that we had in 2022 and 2023. We didn't do it in 24 just because things got crazy, and Chris is trying to plan it for, maybe we were going to try to do it this year, but looks like it might not come together yet. Honestly, it was a lot of work. Chris carried the bulk of it on his shoulders, stressed him out. It stressed all of us out. And honestly, it strained our friendships a bit working on a project like that. So it's a lot to put on a show. Leave us a comment below. What do you think? You want CHRISCON to come back? Let us know. Lastly, guys, as I was leaving today, Chris invited me to come back and do a tour video of his whole collection. So I am going to try to make that happen soon. So look for that in the coming weeks. But anyway, that's kind of a look at one of our meetups in real life. And again, the point of this video is just to encourage you guys, my fellow collectors who are, watching this wherever you are, and maybe you don't have friends like this to hang out with. I understand. Life is kind of hard and lonely sometimes. I understand that. But I just want to give you guys some hope and some encouragement that new friendships can be made even in your 40s, even for weird hobbies like this. Fact is, you're not alone in your interests and your hobbies. There's a lot of us out there. Push into the resources you do have. Put yourself out there. Be friendly to others. And I really believe that when you're friendly to others, you'll find friendliness given back to you in return. It was a great time today. I had a blast. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Really appreciate your friendships. And I just want to give a shout out to my friends online too, all over the world, the guys I've met with, the guys I've live streamed with. You guys have become true friends as well, though I just haven't met you in person yet. But someday that will happen. If you're watching this video, I hope it gives you some encouragement, some hope, some happiness today, and some positivity. I truly hope that you will find friends like this as well in your area that you can meet up with in person. Leave me a comment below what you think. Appreciate you guys watching, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, bye.